been a very long time since I've talked about EXOME, but what's up, people? One Nut Punch here. We're going to be talking about EXOME today in this video because actually the developer put out a very big update called Major Update Number 1. What they did was they added a couple new features. They had procedural event system, weather system, difficulty system, some partial control support, poise system to where you have to deal with your character fumbling, or if you shoot the aliens enough that they will actually stagger when they're trying to come after you. They will charge at you now or look at you when they're coming to attack. They have a player dodging, which you could roll out of the way. They have a melee, which you can kick people, and explosive weaponry, which is a grenade launcher. And I think I found it somewhere on the southern side of the map. Kind of hard to tell because I don't really remember where exactly I found the thing, and I know they added a couple other items as well from a drone called TESA that is a combat assistant that helps solo players draw aggro to them for the monsters to attack or even attack them back. They also talk about new bullet ballistics, added bullet drop and ricochet to all weapons. Some weapons also have tracer rounds. Bullets also have a travel time, which I did see from the sniper rifle. When you shoot the thing, it actually shows the bullet going straight forward. Normally when you fired the thing, it just fired it and you'd see the bear or deer or anything just drop. Now you actually see the bullet travel, whether it be nighttime or daytime. And like I said earlier, when it comes down to the grenade launcher, this is actually where it's currently at right now. And if you see it on the map, it's kind of like on the southern western side, and it's mostly going towards the bottom of the map. The map isn't that big yet. I don't know if there's going to be much more expansion to it. It's a lot of places that I've been to, like the crash site for the helicopter, the church, where you have to go find the code for the cabin, and then go inside the underground area to be able to get the, I think, sniper rifle schematic. But if people don't know what EXOME is, if you haven't seen my other video, EXOME is a third-person shooter to where you have wave of monsters coming at you. You have different ones that are mainly like these pitch-black kind of alien creatures from kind of looks like Alien, to where they have the long spiky tails. They have larvae that kind of squirms at you. And the more platforms you do, or the platforms you find, the harder that things become, because not only do you go and fight these aliens in these platforms that will shine up, have an entire circle kind of like stretch around and then like connect to each other, but once you do the platform, every once in a while these circles will pop up that look like black holes, and they'll summon aliens every once in a while to come and attack you. Then you have the wildlife itself, from stag, rabbit, fox, bear, and they have different NTR, which is the credits you need to get the drone beacon that would be able to have the drone come down and give you ammo, weapons, new slots for the upgrade slots, or even medical dispenser. And what that will do is that if you want to get, like, say, for example, thermal vision, which is probably the best thing you can get, then you can go ahead and find stuff easier compared to just going up and seeing like a rabbit or a fox or hearing a squeak and then being able to attack the thing or destroy it and then being able to pick it up. Bears are 300 NTR, boars are 200 NTR. Then you have rabbits that are 200 and foxes at 150. Stag is 75 and doe is 50. And a lot of these things are pretty easy to find. You'll find a lot more stag and deer than you'll actually find like boar, bear, or even rabbits. And rabbits are hard to find too because it's so damn fast. The other new feature they have is a difficulty system, and they have 2 difficulties right now. The third one is probably in progress or kind of being messed with, or that's an unlockable, I'm not really sure. But you have normal and expert. And expert's a little bit more difficult than normal because the enemies are tougher, have higher health, and more damage. This is actually what it looks like, and this is not the update that this came out. This was a couple updates back. I've been meaning to go back to play EXOME again. I just really didn't have the time to do so. But what this will happen is when the black hole pops up, red energy will kind of like splash around, and they'll send a bunch of enemies at you. From the big aliens to the small ones. It depends upon how many platforms you've done at the time. They also talk about a new save system and a long-awaited boss fight, which I don't know what that's going to be because I haven't done all the portals to unlock for the large portal that would probably summon the big boss. And EXOME is pretty much the same as it's always been. They just added some new features to it. Another item I forgot to talk about with the explosive weapons, besides the grenade launcher, was the frag grenade. You get about 3 of them when you find it. on top of the drone beacon, and you have to switch in between them. But after all of that, they do have these items or stuff in the inventory you get, like dynamite, a hat and gloves, and some other things. And I don't know what they exactly do. I don't know if they're like quests for like random stuff, but it doesn't seem like you get anything for it other than just doing it. Another nice feature they did with this update, which is the new weather system. Let's go ahead and listen to actually what it sounds like during a rainstorm. And that is what it sounds like during a rainstorm. The only thing that I've seen so far is the rainstorm, like thunder and lightning in the dark, or like blowing winds where it's like pretty foggy or it's barely visible, and it does alter your gameplay when you're trying to fight stuff. Another thing I forgot to mention is that there's a rocket launcher in the game, but the thing is I have not found it, so I'm assuming it's a new area or even like a different section of the map that I have not discovered yet. But hopefully, when I do find it, maybe that could be used for the harder enemies or maybe even the big boss when I get all the platforms done and then I fight him myself. But that being said, I've been One Nut Punch, and this has been the EXOME Major Update video. I did want to talk about this game and the other updates, but I didn't feel like they were too big or not really interesting enough to do so. So I was just waiting for the major one, where they added a lot more things in one go. And on a side note, when it comes down to the actual patches themselves in other games like Synthetic, or even some other games I've done in the past like Technoplasm, why I don't talk about the full patch notes in detail or do the whole thing. 1, they're too big. 2, they're not really that interesting. And 3, it's mainly the big bullet point features that everybody has been wanting in their games that they've been playing in early access. But that's all I got for EXOME right now. We'll just have to see what the next update does or when it comes out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.